Hello everyone, it is MisterStubstep, and today I'm very excited because we're doing what I think might be the best Sun and Moon series set that we've gone over so far, and that is Lost Thunder. So, like always, I will have down below a link to a playlist that contains all the other sets that I've gone over so far, which is all the Sun and Moon sets up to Lost Thunder, and then I've also done Sword and Shield Base and Rebel Clash. And also I'll have timestamps down below if you want to skip the intro, as well as a link to this spreadsheet. So, you can copy and paste and do what you will, update this along the way, because pretty much as soon as it's posted, it becomes outdated. But I think it's a nice snapshot to kind of predict things over time, see trends and see current, things that are coming and going. I'd mainly do this just to save you guys a few hours of research and just to consolidate a bunch of information on one sheet. We view it together, we discuss together, and then, go from there. So, starting off with some basic admin information. Lost Thunder came out 11 November 2018. So, if you want to think about it, 3 years ago, pretty much from when Vivid Voltage came out. So, maybe you can kind of put it in that realm. We're starting to get up in numbers again, with base card total being 214. Secret rare total 22, which is freaking massive. I feel bad for anybody who has attempted or did collect a master set of this set, because 236 cards. I mean, it keeps getting bigger and bigger from here, but still, that's just rough. And this is as of 26 January, so this should post on the 27th. All right, so just going through the columns and what they mean. Card is self-explanatory, rarity self-explanatory. The raw price on TCG Player, that's basically the market value that I'm going off of. That value is generated based off of sold listings on TCG Player, so it can be any condition, but it generally averages around like a lightly played to near mint price, so it's fairly conservative. Grade, this is all off of eBay sold listings. I try to find PSA 10s because whether you like it or not, PSA is still the most commonly used grading company, and that's what's mainly bought and sold. So I just look for PSA 10s, and then if I can't find those, then I go from there. Sold price is what it is. It's how much it's sold for. I round up to the nearest dollar, and I do not include shipping, and then I convert to whatever to the United States dollar. And there are some listings that were best offer with like the number slashed out, but I do know how to figure out what it actually sold for by looking at the source code, and I do have that mini tutorial within Crimson Invasion. It's a real quick tutorial in my Crimson Invasion, video of this style. Date of sale is when it was sold. So, if it was sold recently, then people are looking to buy and sell it. Or, if it hasn't been sold in a while, then maybe it's a really rare card or it's just not that popular. And then the PSA 10 population, number on the left is how many PSA 10s there are. Number on the right is how many cards have been submitted to PSA. So obviously I'm not including any of the other grading companies, because then stuff will just be getting deeper and deeper. That's another reason why I don't do averages, because, this set has over 60 cards that are worth over $1, and I do everything over $1. So, now, and then there's colors. If it's over 50, it's orange. Yellow is 100 for the graded cards sold listings, and then green is 200 plus. And then I do have light blue reserved for special cards, and there is a special card in this set. If you're not aware of this set already, it'll be cool, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know what the number one chase card in this set is. All right, so starting from the top, there is a lot of cards, so in order to make this quicker, I'm not gonna go through a bunch of them. But I guess we'll stop at the Espeon. This is actually the first just regular rare card that's ever been over $1 in any of the sets that we've gone over. I've had holo rares, I've had uncommons, but this is the first rare. And a PSA 10 reverse sold for $50. And you can see it's PSA 10 population, 5 out of 8 regular rares, and then 7 out of 10 reverse rares. So that's kind of crazy to me. A reverse rare PSA 10 sold for $50. That was back in November, but those Evolution collectors are going to want to collect one of every single art, especially if like Espeon's your favorite. That's just very interesting. Let's see, anything of note. There are some really good Pokemon within this set. You guys will see the farther that we go down. So nothing really too significant. The Shuckle GX sold for $75. That's not too bad. Ever since I've started doing the PSA population reports, I've noticed the past few sets had really good printing quality. And in this set, I don't know, like the cards that have been submitted a lot more, they were a little bit less percentage. So instead of being, that 60, 70, 80% range of being 10s, this was more like in the 40, 50, 60 range. So I just thought that was interesting. I don't know if the quality actually went down or people were just less careful on which card they were submitting. I'm honestly not sure. Let's see. We have I know it's Verizion, but I just can't help but call it Verizon. A Verizon selling for $80, GX full art, 17 out of 32, graded a 10, so nothing really special. I don't know why I stopped on that one in particular. Let's see. We have Blacephalon GX full art sold for 90, which is not too bad. Once again, the Ultra Beasts are just a really risky type of Pokemon to like purchase or collect because they're just still so new from Generation 7, and who knows if, the kids that grew up with them actually like them. Like, I mean, there's a few that are kind of iconic, like Buzzswole and stuff, but who knows how they'll do in the actual long run. First one over 100. I don't know if this would come to a surprise to you, but Shuckle GX full art, $126, and it sold very recently at the beginning of this month. I'm actually, once we get down there, you guys will see my favorite card within this set. It is actually the Rainbow Rare Shuckle GX within this set. That's my favorite card in this set. I own no cards in this set. Wasn't collecting during this time, so I have no hat in the ring for this set in particular. But if you guys do or are looking to get into this set is amazing, and we're just getting started. All right, we're going down. See, the Judge full art sold for $125. So, I mean, when I looked up this card, it didn't really strike anything amazing. I can't remember if it was like good or I don't know if it's good in the game or not, but yeah, I looked at it. It wasn't anything special, but I mean, it sold for $125, which is about average for like, a solid waifu or anything, or a solid full art trainer in general, which, I mean, that's not bad. So there's something there. If you guys notice, a few of these cards, they, haven't sold since like November, early December, and their prices are kind of low on what they actually sold for. In my opinion, if these cards were like more common and they were sold more recently, I'm sure they would go for more. But the ones that sold back in November, kind of when everyone was buying and selling everything Pokemon, then they just sold for lower because, you just kind of go down the line. Like, you start with the base set first edition Charizard, and then you go to, Jungle Fossil, then you go to Neo, and it keeps going down the line. Then you hit trophy cards, and yeah. Once you start getting to cards like this, it starts getting real desperate. All right. And we get into a ton of big hitters. Tyranitar GX full art, $130. Tyranitar within this set. I mean, keep an eye on Tyranitar. I mean, he's just a cool Pokemon from Generation 2. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I mean, how can you deny him? I mean, he's Godzilla looking dude. Like, he's awesome. That's only the full art selling for $130. Kahili full art, $138. Once again, I mean, it's Kahili. Nothing really too special. The Lugia GX, just the regular GX, sold for $190 at a PSA 10. 62 out of 99 graded a 10. Like, that is something serious. A regular GX, like, that's almost Charizard levels of price right there. I mean, Lugia is definitely up there with popularity. It's a legendary from Generation 2. One of the box legendaries along with Ho-Oh. But $190, it's ridiculous. Speaking of Generation 2, Suicune GX full art are first in the green at $200. Which, honestly, for a full art, and surprisingly, this full art works really well. Like, normally, like, the same color on color, like, it just doesn't look good to me. But this card, I'll be showing it, of course, but it looks good. 44 out of 82, so only a little over half graded a 10. So, once again, not, like, comparatively across all cards, that's a solid ratio, because, I mean, in reality, you send in 2, you're guaranteed a 10. Well, not guaranteed, but statistically, you're going to get a 10. But compared to the rest of the cards in this set and previous sets, it's not too good. Let's see. We have the Shuckle GX Secret Rare, which is my favorite card in the set. Unfortunately, not the most expensive, but $150, that's respectable. That's respectable. For a turtle with massive defenses and doesn't really do much else, it's respectable. Let's see. All right, I'm just going to hit up all these. So, Zeraora GX. So, a Generation 7 mythical that is kind of easily forgotten about, but I think any kids that are growing up nowadays, they'll think that this card's really cool, and I personally think Zeraora is, like, somewhat cool. $225 for a PSA 10. I mean, anything over $200 for, like, modern cards it's pretty solid. Alolan Ninetales GX. Everyone loves Ninetales for some reason, and the Alolan version's, like, even more cute and beautiful than the Cantonian Ninetales. $200, not too bad. The Whitney full art. So I know you guys have probably been aware of the waifu craze and full art craze, and it's just interesting seeing how that wave passes over. It starts with the Lily, and then it hits all the other modern cards that have come out, like in Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, and then it kind of retracts and hits all the remaining full arts within the Sun and Moon series of sets, and then I'm sure all the ones from previous, like the XY, and then I think there might have even been some full art trainers and. Was there full art trainers in black and white? I'm pretty sure those were like the first ones. And I'm pretty sure everybody's been scooping those up. And Whitney is no exception. $250. Really difficult trainer to beat in Generation 2. Honestly, like, I didn't even like Generation 2, and Whitney just like made it that much worse. But this card is beautiful. I respect you, Whitney. Lugia GX full art at $432. Like, what in the world? Like, just this full art conquers the majority of the sets that we've gone over. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's a beautiful card, but I do think this Lugia artwork, both of them actually, the GX and the full art card in this set do look very nice, so I can see why they do so well. Tyranitar GX Rainbow Rare, $320. That's pretty solid. And then, surprisingly, the Suicune and the Mimikyu. Not doing too hot. Suicune only $160, but it sold in November, so that's the thing. Suicune full art sold for $200. This is one of the cards that I was talking about. And then the Rainbow Rare only sold for $160 back in November. All I'm saying is if you had a 10 Rainbow Rare of Suicune right now and you put that up for bidding, I'm pretty sure it would be more than $160. Pretty sure, but that's just speculation. Who knows? It could be worth $100. It's only worth what people are going to pay. Mimikyu GX, so raw, this thing is this tied for the second. So I rounded up to 56. I normally don't, but I wanted to have a little bit of separation between the Mimikyu and the Suicune, but they were both 55 with some change. But it sells for a ton raw, but PSA 10, and it sold recently only 150. I don't know. And then the creme de la creme, we have Lugia GX Rainbow Rare at $1,350. This is a modern card. This is from 3 years ago. It is not a Charizard. It's not like some crazy promo. Like, there's been time for the dust to settle. Like, earlier I said that it was 3 years ago. I'm thinking because it's 2021, but it's like, 2 years and a few months, because that would be the end of this year would be 3 years ago. My bad. But yeah, 116 raw. I mean, if you're over $100 raw, like, that's Charizard levels. Like, that's pretty awesome. And then PSA 10 at 1,300, and a little over 50% for grading a 10. So honestly, pretty feasible. I imagine this card is pretty hard to pull when there's 22 secret rares. But yeah, this card makes this set, but there's a strong foundation with all these other cards too. So this is a set that I was not expecting. I knew of the Lugia, I knew of the Tyranitar, but as I dug deeper, like, this set's awesome. I'm not a huge fan of like the pack and the booster box artwork and all that stuff, but the cards within are pretty nice. So now we will go into some tidbits at the bottom. So just comparing, the most recent sets that I've done, not including any of the special sets, because those are a lot smaller and they're just in their own ballpark, in my opinion. So $60 for GX. It's all the way to the far right in case you aren't able to see. 121 for full arts. Like, only Ultra Prism is better, but Ultra Prism has that freaking Lily, so that's why. And then Lost Thunder, or I don't know why I said the set, 158 for secret rares, and 63 cards greater than $1. Like, what? 63 cards. That's like almost a third of the set. A third of all the cards in this set. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, yeah, that's just ridiculous to me. So I don't know if you'll agree with this opinion or not, but out of all the sets that we've gone over so far, excluding Shining Legends, not including Shining Legends, I think Lost Thunder is the most collectible set in Sun and Moon so far. One of my plans of videos down the line is I'm going to do like all of the Sun and Moon sets ranked on which ones I think are the most collectible, and I've been kind of doing that along the way. And I think Lost Thunder is only beat out by Shining Legends, and obviously the Lugia and Lost Thunder does way more than any of the Shining Legends cards. But I just still think overall Shining Legends is just way more collectible, just the nature of it being a special set and just the cards within. Like, I still think it beats it out, but I think Lost Thunder is better than Burning Shadows. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I mean, Burning Shadows, everyone thinks it's only the Charizard. There are other cards within that set, but I think Lost Thunder beats it out. All right, so, oh, you can see me working on it. So, Master Set sold for $1,400, 17 January 21. That was the best offer, and I think it came from Australia, or whoever was selling it was from Australia, so it was converted. And yeah, this is the first Master Set that we've had so far with the Sun and Moon series of sets that sold for over $1,000, and it sold very recently. So, I mean, when you think about the Lugia and its potential for a PSA 10, like, it makes sense of why it costs that much. Booster pack, surprisingly, not that high. Like, Celestial Storm was higher than this. ETB is very, very affordable. And the booster box is somewhat affordable, too. Like, honestly, get a couple of these booster boxes. Give yourself a chance. I mean, 22 secret rares. The statistics are against you for pulling a Lugia, but there's still a lot of other good cards in this set. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Whitney myself, you know? But, yeah, this set's pretty special. I actually had a commenter down below on some of my previous videos mentioning that this is a heavy-hitting set, and, yeah, I'll probably put their name or something or whatever, but, yeah, I'm definitely glad I finally did this set because it was very exciting. So, now I'm going to be going over just a little mini tier list. So starting with low and then to mid tier and then to high tier of collectible cards within this set. So starting with the low tier, we have the regular Lugia GX. We have the Shuckle Rainbow Rare. That's, I'm pretty biased on that one. The Sceptile Rainbow Rare. In my opinion, this Sceptile is not a very good looking card, but it's still a third generation starter. Not the most popular, but I mean, hey, you got to give him a little bit of respect. The Tyranitar Full Art, the Judge Full Art, and I didn't talk about it going down, but the Netball. I'm actually really surprised that the PSA 10 only sold for $75. I think it's highly underrated. This is like kind of my hidden gem within the set because I think the secret rare balls are pretty cool to me. I don't personally collect them. I don't think I have any actually. But like, you know, the secret rare energies is a really cool collect, and I feel like the balls are really cool to collect too. And the level ball that's coming out in this upcoming set, what is it? Battle Styles. Like, telling you, balls are something special. Keep an eye on them. And then for mid-tier, we have Mimikyu Rainbow Rare, the Alolan Ninetales Rainbow Rare, Suicune Full Art, and then the Zeraora Rainbow Rare. I didn't really want to put the Zeraora up here, but, I mean, it sold well, so got to give it some credit. And then the high tier, you got the Lugia GX Rainbow Rare and Full Art, the Tyranitar Rainbow Rare, Whitney Full Art. Once again, I think the waifus are slightly inflated, but I think in the long run, there's always going to be a special place for waifus. And then the Suicune Rainbow Rare. I know it hasn't been selling for a lot, but I think it's worth more than it reflects in this sheet. That's just my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you guys think overall about this set. If you agree, disagree, please feel free to leave any feedback on the video itself or any of the content, any things that you would like to see. Yeah, I just want to definitely thank you guys so much for watching, and if this is your second video of mine, consider subscribing. And if you like what you saw, leave it a like, and then if you dislike it, then leave a dislike or leave some feedback down below. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good one.